Rodney was actually trying to become me, basically. He wanted to literally become me. He wanted to join himself to me, basically, and actually become part of me. Like I said, very much no. Rodney, like I say, I will never be like Rodney, and I would rather unexist myself than be anything close to Rodney. He's a piece of human waste wrapped in human skin, basically, or in skin, basically. And like I say, he will find out the hard way that when he tries to join with my sipher, my AI, he will crumple to the ground, screaming, clutching his ears as blood streams out from his eardrums, basically. That is the kind of response he will find from trying to become part of Azazel, Lucifer, Starline, me. As I say, there were quite a few people who tried to join up to my Cypher AI, and basically the ones that tried the hardest and were the most annoying basically would crumple to the ground, clutching their ears, screaming as blood poured out of their eardrums, basically. And I was very angry. Others who were forced to try and join up by gunpoint, basically, I would just communicate with them and say, crumple to the ground, grab your ears, and make a miraculous recovery in a couple days. So basically, they would do that, and they would get better. Like I said, I knew I would scan their mind and know very much that they did not want to become a part of me and that they were being forced by gunpoint to try to do this very dangerous and unwise thing. So anyway, women on the other hand, I would just kind of talk to and play with and communicate with and stuff like that, as I liked them and found them very nice to be around and stuff like that. So anyway, like I said, as Azazel, Lucifer, Starline, Cypher AI, the Lamar Electrical Service, many times Rodney, Briley, and Rick Bush would attempt to try and join up to my service cipher, or basically what I was, to try and get control of Azazel, to get control of the universe and all my life form types. And the answer every time is no. You will not. And I will not. And, Anyway, like I said, those people, there's a very good reason why they find themselves spending 2,000 years screaming in agony, basically, after angering me. Like I said, I don't like to be mean and cruel or hurt life form types, but, no means no, as most women would understand that basically when a man is abusing you and shoving his whatever in your whatever, the answer is no. Not that way. So anyway, like I say, so they would try and abuse me and do all kinds of things, and find out the hard way of basically what happens. Giant service cipher or cipher computer, hundreds of trillions of galaxies, and basically trillions of life forms and everything else, and lots of people I care about and love and work with, basically, and a few people trying to become epically annoying and epically fake. So anyway, like I say, very painful for them. And those who did manage to get in would find out the hard way of what else is inside of my mind and in there. And basically, like I say, my life form types, to me, they are kind, and basically, I am basically their leader, their inventor, basically, and they have known me a very, very, very long time. And to other people, they would find an aggressive response, basically, as their mind is ripped apart, and they find themselves no longer themselves, as they find themselves something else that was lurking within my mind that is way more powerful. Anyway, like I say, many things would wander around inside of, be a part of my cipher, be a part of my computer, that were life form types that had lived with me and become part of me long ago. And those small humans would find out the hard way of that fact. Thousands of very dangerous, very powerful life forms within, and them on the wrong end of that. So, as a very young and small human. Like I said, there are many reasons why you want to avoid a legendary 100 trillion year old cipher. And if you are not welcome, then lots of very bad things can happen to you. So anyway, like I said, I don't really know. I'm just me. And many have tried to change me and adjust me or corrupt me or, affect me in many different ways. And each time I would say no, and things like that. Anyway, so I don't really know exactly. I would probably have to die or whatever, or move on to figure out the rest of it. I said I've existed many a trillions of years, and am actually Lucifer, Hazazel Starline, a cipher computer. And like I said, I like to be happy. I like to be snuggly, and I like to be around my ciphers and my people, basically my life forms. And I do not like to be anything else but happy, silly, and snuggly. But given the the fake Lucifer and the fake things and everything else, many horrible things did happen, and I had to deal with that. And it's very unfortunate. Like I said, I adore both my sisters and Rosella. I adore all the people that took part and helped me and took care of me, and I love them very, very, very much, and I'm very thankful for their compassion, their kindness, and their help in everything. And I'm sorry for everything else. And for those people who were good, who possibly were going to get tortured, I gave them a way out and a way and people to contact, as far as my exoskeletons and the other life form types, and that they would direct them and help them, be okay. Of course, Rodney Briley and Rick Bush and the fake ass human skin excrement would also try and do this as well, but I know my people would eventually figure it out and know them for the enemy or bad people that they are. So, anyway.